It's one of those where, even though it's level, I'm sure Neil Robertson welcomed the interval just to get out of the arena. He was just making a few errors, missing a couple of safeties went awry.
I'm sure that Carter will probably be feeling the better of the two because of how that little mini session ended in this frame, although didn't make any attempt to get on the black purely because of the red left of it. Playing a very containing safety shot there. Once again, it'll be interesting to see what he elects to play. Dead straight, was right down the line of it. Tough one to get. Now, where's this red going to finish? Oh, he's left it.
One.
Maybe going into the red, so chance to screw into them and back out, bring more into play. Or we could just glance off the red's next to it, but I don't think he's on the black.
Ali Carter, 4.
Yeah, you could see he was frustrated, but he kept. His form has just tailed off a bit.
Once again, Carter looking for that spot.
Looks like we exudes that competitiveness every time he comes to the table, Ali Carter.
"18 months or so ago, where he was a little bit on the pedestrian side, maybe, which looked a pretty straightforward shot right from the beginning. Sometimes the balls themselves can but that's a mistake.
One.
Yes, you feel if he's going to win, he needs to score. That's his game.
Yeah, I think it's worth saying that they can win anyway, but I think from Neil's perspective, I don't think for 1 second that it'll take as much dangerous long potting and his heavy scoring. That's the difference, the mindset then going.
14.
What he is good at is just seeing positives. You know, if you can find positives, then it's got to put you in good stead.
Neil Robertson.
Oh, but that is not anywhere near from Ali Carter. But
one.
That's a very nicely played shot from Ali Carter.
Nine. $16. 23.
Carter would maybe at some point like to take that red down the baulk cushion. Just took a second. And it always looked near jaw, didn't it?
One. Thank you.
course, Neil would like to take
4.
that red on the top cushion. The banana shot. It's a good attempt.
No, that would be a great viral clip.
Yeah. Looks good when you pull it off.
After missing that black earlier.
1.
The snooker behind the black.
Neil Robertson, 8.
And that's what he's done. And it could be a free ball, this.
And a miss.
Well, in off's even worse.
1.
Risks snookering behind the blue, so they're on the side of caution, which he has done.
7.
Nicely done.
10.
But in this sport, one shot can turn things. Really, it was the missed black from Carter that, you know, it's not been a quality-wise a good frame, but it's a good one to win.
90. 25.
Go fault over Mark Williams. Here it's 3-2 to Neil Robertson over Ali Carter. Could easily have been the other way about. It seemed Carter was on top. You just sort of knew he was going to pot that, didn't you?
1.
Yeah, and I think Ali Carter knew he was going to have real good stuff, and you think maybe they're going to take that momentum forward, and perhaps, well, there's been a number of them. Neither player, it feels
6.
really. Of course, that can change in the blink of an eye with these. Just forget what's come before.
14. 21.
Well, the lead is 28, and there is still a comfortable lead in this frame before
29.
he needs to go about. There is always a chance it can go wrong, which is why he chose to play the yellow, the more difficult yellow, and goodness me, he's absolute pace and the screw to manipulate the white off it. Never got near it.
1.
Comes from nowhere.
He needs to be ready if it does.
7.
Neil plumbing amongst them. Sure, he was fearing
15.
the worst, but back at the table. Plenty of screw, try and draw that cue ball back out with it. He struck it.
23. 29.
Cut-off would be for the UK Championship, which of course isn't until November, because of course the top 32 is.
36.
Well, a bit like you were saying, Stephen, the sort of story of the match, just when you think...
Carter, and the reaction says it all. That is a huge chance missed. The balls you can miss on a snooker table when, you know, on another day, you would never. But that was such a mistake from Carter, and there's one from Neil.
1. 8.
21 points. The lead attempted the cross double, and what a shot that is from Ali Carter.
16.
Well, from
Overcut it, but no
Ali Carter,
dreams of playing
16.
position, of course.
Well, it was a big swerve. And he steps up and knocks it in quite nicely. That was a really good strike.
5.
It's made a little easier if you can get nicely on it, the fact that the black is hanging over. It's a good
14.
line. It's a very good line.
Very coolly done. Really good clearance. The yellow was good. Blue to pink was good. The pink itself as well. It kind of doesn't. Born on this day in 1913, the great Fred Davis. Also still going strong. He's up tonight against Kyron Wilson. I bet they couldn't believe the way the circuit has turned out.
Yeah, the biggest frame of Elliot Slessor's career so far, currently.
One.
Yeah, and he was pretty focused on knocking that brown in the middle pocket. I think it's strip it back to basics here.
6.
One ball at a time.
Confidence maybe back up again after that good little clearance.
14.
Very nicely struck. And
1.
maybe this time no problem.
Nine.
In general, he's feeling great. It meant that he pushed Carter out of the top 16, and that was got to the final in Shanghai. In fact, he got to within 2 frames of winning the tournament. Positive frame of mind is important in situations like this when things have gone wrong in a match, but you're still in the match.
You know, your fate is in your hands.
23.
You can't control what goes on around you. Started this season particularly well.
$30. $38.
So home and hosed in this frame. But once again,
45.
Meanwhile, Mark Williams.
52. $60. $67. Thank you.
yeah, great visit from Carter. Century if this comes off.
$74.
So, Ali Carter's
Carter,
highest break
80,
of the match
under
very
50.
much keeps him in the match. Carter 3, Carter winning that last frame though impressively with a break of 80. Don't think either player would feel they're at their very best, but
So often pops its head out. And it's so often knocked in. Not this time, though.
One.
Oh, that red. Well, that's interesting that he's chosen to avoid the pack. But then he will need to get into them.
7. Ali Carter, 14. One.
Well, that initial red from Neil was nicely played for Neil Robertson. He was the one that went into the pack of reds, and the red didn't drop, so this is an open play here. The red up in balk is okay too
15.
at some point. The middle has just left Neil out of position for the time
23.
being, but that should have...
looking to continue the fairy tale. That red never looked in, did it? It was always heading to
Neil
that
Robertson,
near jaw. So.
30.
Well, this has got all the looks of a re-rack, but... for a re-rack, which is why neither player is looking at it.
You know, we've got flights home on Sunday.
Okay, gents, we've reached a bit of a stalemate.
Well, it's Carter trying to screw off that red. Goodness me, what a...
But anyway, that has completely changed everything.
One.
Not too close to it.
Yeah, he just seemed so unfazed there, Neil,
One.
by the fact that it just immediately back to the table. It wasn't an easy pot. Maybe Neil just didn't fancy that red
9.
himself. This frame one and open up another cushion.
17.
I mean, every player likes to win frame.
$33.
Oh, and it's not in. Wow.
Not this time. Man, he's surely going to leave this red. Never have had.
1. Seven. Ali Carter, 12.
Still hasn't done so.
The balk cushion. It's a good hit. That's a nice strike, and it has the cue ball.
1.
Needs it to run. He may just be okay. Oh, he's perfect. What a chance.
Yes, and Robertson
10.
had what looked like a very full of twists and turns.
13. 17.
And he's out. In this game, he's certainly got things to think about now.
22. 28.
So a frame full of incident looked to be heading the way of Neil Robertson.
35.
Turned into a real thriller this. They cannot be separated. Great clock. Sorry, Neil Robertson and Ali Carter 4-4.
Four apiece here on table 1.
Yes, Slessor's won 3 deciders in a row. He beat.
He's done it the hard way so far, hasn't he, Elliot? Played the maximum amount of frames that he could have done in this event. Yeah, that previous frame will certainly have been a psychological blow to Neil. Should have been 5-3 up.
Actually potted the same number of balls, and there's only a handful of points between them, so it really has been a tight affair. To him.
Well, I just caught that red slightly too thick. It was a
1.
well, he may have just walked himself into trouble here.
No Robertson. 1.
But again.
One. Five.
One visit here. A lot's gone wrong. There's been a lot to think about, not least in the last frame, which he was in control of, but he'd been in a little bit of a slump, let's be honest. He dropped out the top 16, which seemed crazy, really.
13.
But when the English Open...
Just about managed to
21.
salvage things.
$29. $36. 37. $41.
Further than he would like, but there's so many options with reds on this table that it seems unlikely he's going to run out. Just so his cue ball is travelling less distance and this lead is increasing
44.
quickly.
$52.
It's been a good break, this, because
60.
yeah, we'd like the 3 points here, and he's got them. So it's now 2 snookers needed, and he's on the next red as well. The distance. I don't think anyone would be surprised if that happened.
64.
Had the feeling of it really right from the start today.
Big break he's made since making that 139.
Neil Robertson 71. French
Yeah, an
Mercedes.
excellent 71. It's a really good 71 from.
Such a cheap chance for Neil Robertson.
1.
Well, that cue ball is running on and he needs a...
Neil Robertson 1.
Not quite, so just the snooker. On the other table, Elliot Slessor.
Oh, and the green just about wriggles in. Not as straightforward as you would like it to be. The pink is clearly doing him some favours here mentally.
Neil Robertson. Foul and a miss.
Well, morning.
Manipulate it in terms of where you're actually placing it in balk. You can change the direction, change the natural. They open so easily. Very easy to push a red over a corner pocket. Joe's against it.
Yeah, he's frozen Carter out, as you can see there, for nearly 27 minutes. Doesn't want to just hand him an opening at this stage.
That's what he's tried, and that's what he's played. What a shot that is.
Nine.
Can be an ordeal at times, this game. They all love snooker, these players. Could be behind the yellow here.
Oh, a test he's passed with flying colours. What a pot that is from Ali Carter. Isn't it amazing how many times a player knocks that type of shot in when they're backed into a... I can guarantee Neil was sat in his seat almost expecting Carter to pot that red.
6. $30.
Well, that's very good.
Thank you. 20.
Been on the brink a few times in recent months. Here he is again, battling on. That fire in his belly is just ignited. Absolutely flown to go one away from the winning line, but that red there is a mistake from Carter. He was
with a chance here to get back into this frame, the frame he needs to reach the semi-finals.
$15.
We can just float this in. Leave his cue ball on the left side cushion. Around the black spot. This is a match winning chance now.
22.
Just overdone that one. Well, he missed it. This red wouldn't have been available, so... Oh, it was a chance to keep the break going, but...
Neil Robertson. 28.
Not to be.
To go 5-all.
1.
But Karen Wilson and Wilson won 11-9 with a terrific last red to black.
Yeah, I did fancy him to play the hit and hope there because... Oh, that's a very nice pot. Oh dear.
Foul. Carter 1. Neil Robertson 4.
Oh, and he couldn't have got much closer. And
what's going to happen in that if we get that far? Flowing match maybe we felt it could be outside of a couple of frames. Now then, Carter very concerned here.
One.
Well, Carter was a little fortunate. Not to be.
he hasn't potted the red anyway, but he's had second prize it seems.
Yeah, you've got to be so accurate.
Yeah, that's a nice. This is not a straightforward escape. That's a good hit. And he has left this red available, albeit just back a few inches. Good pot.
One. Seven.
3.5 hours of attrition between these two.
10.
Hasn't he played that well though?
14.
And in goes the blue. He's doubled it to remove any doubt. So, well, there's the handshake.